So, just running across this online, Sanaa Lathan revealing that despite Love and Basketball becoming a beloved classic, filming it was a miserable and difficult experience for her. She shared that she felt unwanted in the role, believing she was only cast because the filmmakers couldn't find anyone else. And then I read a little bit more under the tab, and it said Terrell Hicks was supposed to play in that role. It was like two other female names that were Gabrielle Union, and it was somebody else. And then it said that Omar Epps wasn't supposed to play his role. It was supposed to go to Mekhi Phifer, but his schedule was clashing with the schedule for the filming of Love and Basketball, so he couldn't do it. So basically, it said that the people who were in the role for this movie were never the original people that were supposed to play it. And I thought to myself, like, how crazy is that? Because the movie is such a classic now, especially in the Black community, right? It's such a classic movie. Like, we love this movie. I'll watch this movie at the drop of a hat anytime. Sanaa Lathan was excellent in the film. Omar Epps was excellent in the film. All of the actors and actresses played their part, right? I think Regina Bell was in there. Did I say her name right? It's an iconic film, right? And so I thought to myself, okay, so everything happens for a reason. There's no coincidences. And maybe this was just like the universe's way of pushing the characters in place where they were supposed to be. Right? Because maybe the people that actually play the parts were actually the people that were supposed to play the part. I'm sure even the filmmakers were probably surprised at how, great the film turned out or how iconic it is today, right? And Sanaa Lathan, no one would have known that she was miserable through the entire production, because she delivered on screen as if there was nothing wrong, which only gives praise to her acting ability, right? Because none of us could tell. And she probably just channeled all of her frustrations from being or for feeling the way that she was feeling into her role, right? And she did a great job. And then I started thinking, like, so magic can be made from chaos, right? Because some people feel like in order for things to go right, or in order for magic to be made, in order for you to create perfection, that it has to come from perfection. When in truth, it seems like it comes from all of the craziness that leads up to the final result, right? And then I said to myself, I'm like, okay, so does that mean that magic can't come from bliss? And then I'm like, no, but magic can come from bliss, because I have created out of bliss. I've created out of bliss, but I've also created out of chaos. So you can do both. I think that there just needs to be a balance, And then I said to myself, but can you create from bliss if you only known bliss? And can you create magic out of chaos if you've only known chaos, right? Because if you've only known chaos, you're going to create something, but it may not be magic. It may be something really dark, and like, I guess that would be considered dark arts or something, right? It's going to be something really toxic. Like, maybe, I don't know why this is coming to my mind right now. Maybe I'm thinking of like heavy metal. Like, I'm thinking of like, that rock music that's just like, blah, like to me, that's chaotic. That's chaos. That's like creating out of chaos, right? And some people might say that that's magic, because there are some people that actually gravitate to that kind of dark energy, dark art, chaotic music, right? But then if you're creating out of bliss and you've only known bliss, obviously there are some people that are going to gravitate towards that, right? The feel good, the positive, the shimmery gold rainbow butterfly effect, right? So it's interesting. It's interesting. Yeah, my mind goes that deep. Yeah, it does. Okay. I go deeper. I go deeper. But I got all of that, and just from reading the simple line of, I was miserable. Sanaa Lathan reveals filming Love and Basketball was a terrible experience, but she turned that terrible experience into pure magic. So, I guess the moral of this story is, if you ever doubt that you cannot create magic, if you are in a shitty situation, if you feel that nothing is ever going to work out, or it can't work out because things just seem so hard and so chaotic, all you got to do is say, you know what? Magic has been made from chaos. So then what I need to do is find the magic in this chaotic situation. And it may be hard to find it, but you might just have to stop and think to yourself for a minute, in order to pull it out. It's there. You just got to pull it out. I don't know if that sounds cliche. Some people may say, yeah, right. How do I find it? I don't know. I guess that's the part you have to figure out for yourself. Like, you can take a horse to water, but you can't make him drink it, right? That's the part that you have to figure out for yourself. Sometimes I think people get caught up in copying other people because they don't know how to find the magic in their chaos. So they look to another person, for inspiration, but they feel that because that person seems like they know what they're doing, that I'll just mimic exactly what they're doing and I'll get the same magical result. And it's like, no, you're not going to get the same magical result, because that's not you. That's not your essence. It's not who you originally are. It's not you. Only you can create your own original magic that's true to you. And I think some people get lost in that part, thinking that, I'll just study another person, or I'll just watch them really good, and I'll just, do exactly what they do. And then I'll be able to bring about that sameness. And you might be able to bring about something, but it's never going to be exactly what that person is bringing to it, because you're not that person. That person is an original blueprint to what they are doing. And so, yeah. Comment, y'all.